2025 has come and gone, but what were the most surprising movies for me this past year? And kicking off the list is going to be K-pop Demon Hunters. To be honest, I think this was a big surprise for a lot of people out there, especially for myself, where I really wasn't a K-pop fan before this movie, and just hearing kind of a little buzz a couple weeks after the movie came out, just checking it out, and just being surprised that this actually turned out to be like just an enjoyable, good movie. Like the music is really good. They got some banging music in here, I say. You got a simplistic story going on, likable characters, animation looks really well done. So this movie is just honestly just a surprise all around. And next up on the list is going to be The Naked Gun. Now this one was a total surprise this year on just how great, how comedic of a movie this really was. I honestly was surprised by this movie. I really wasn't expecting much out of it, considering that it was going to be like a sort of rebootish kind of movie. Of course, going off of the original Naked Gun movies. And I did check out the original Naked Gun movies this past year for the first time, and I really enjoyed those movies. So I went to this movie not really expecting much, not really thinking they'll be able to do the other movies justice. But I was totally wrong, and they really outdid themselves with this one. This movie was so funny, probably the funniest movie of this past year. There honestly was a lot of jokes, like a joke a minute. It was just so funny. Like, I couldn't stop laughing throughout this movie. This movie was just enjoyable and just one of my favorites this year. Another movie I gotta go with is The Roof Man. When it comes to this movie, the surprise with this movie was that it just turned out to be an enjoyable movie. We got this movie here that is based on true events. You got Channing Tatum in the main role, playing this likable, charming character. And this was just a movie that wasn't on my radar to check out until I started hearing a couple of things here and there about it. So I decided to check it out. And honestly, I just enjoyed the whole movie, enjoyed the story that was behind it. You get a lot of emotional beats throughout this movie, and you just start feeling for the character, for Channing Tatum's character. Honestly, the surprise is that it just turned out to be an enjoyable movie. Next up, I gotta go with Dangerous Animals. The surprise with this one is that it was marketed towards being a shark movie. And if y'all know about shark movies, y'all know that shark movies tend to not be really good or just end up being really bad. But with this one was a surprise to where it actually turned out to be a kind of enjoyable, watchable movie. Actually kind of solid. Now, I will say that even though this is kind of marketed as a shark movie, I will preface by saying that you probably only get like 2 or 3 instances with sharks in the movie. Like, there's not a whole lot of shark action or shark attacks throughout the movie. It solely relies on, the main character that we got here, and Jai Courtney's character, who is really unhinged and psychotic in this movie. That's kind of the highlight of this movie, is his character. Where basically Jai Courtney plays this serial killer type, and the way that he, takes out his victims is by shark. But like I was saying, seeing his character and how unhinged and psychotic his character is in this movie is really the highlight of this movie, besides seeing a couple shark attacks. So the surprise is that this turned out to be an actual solid, watchable movie. And lastly, I'm going to put on the list is Freakier Friday. Now, the surprise behind this movie is that it's actually not bad as you would think. Now, the first original Freaky Friday movie wasn't necessarily one of my favorites, but I have sisters, and they used to watch it a lot as they were young, so I watched it a couple times here and there. And of course, they were excited for the second one when it came out. But, I decided to check it out, and honestly, it's solid. It's not as bad as you think a Legacy sequel would be. It's not necessarily great by any means, but the fact that it is not bad, that it is actually somewhat a watchable, solid movie, is actually the surprising part about it. Let me know, what were some of the surprising movies that came out in 2025 that were surprising for you?